Y'all, straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Hit that like when you come in here. Sub to the channel if you're not a member, and hit the notifications to get all of my content, all of my videos. Give a few minutes, and then we'll get rocking and rolling with this real quick. Salute to the hard tie Lions Den basketball boxing community, and in this case, we're staying on the gridiron right now at this point in time. Please hit that like when you come in here, man. Appreciate everybody being in here, man. I'm not gonna hold anybody too long. I just want to tell everybody about this and give my thoughts and opinion on this. I've been paying attention to this situation really, really closely, and I am glad that they made this happen. Salute to everybody that's in here. Now, the breaking news is that, according to Adam Schefter, the New York Jets have hired a former defensive coordinator that used to be with the Lions. Um, he also played in the league too himself. Aaron Glenn as the Jets' new head coach. Of course, it came down to New Orleans, and it also came down to the New York Jets. He had an interview in both places, and I think it came down to the Jets because they had called him in for a second interview. You said bad move, not a good fit for Aaron. I disagree with you. The way that this is gonna work, man. Salute to you too, Stephen. The way that this is gonna work is Aaron Rodgers has to go. Okay. I do want to give a shout out to the brother Outlaw. Um, of course, we have been talking about this. Outlaw is a Jets fan. He's usually on Scrub and um, Jose's channel. Jay Stilo, what's going down, man? How you feeling, bro? But this situation right here, man, they did cut the head off of the snake when they fired their general manager this season when he was out of there. He said, Roger, I have one more year on this contract. Yeah, but Rogers is done as a player. Okay, that's what we have to understand. At this point in time, man, it's time for the Jets just to go ahead and start the rebuilding process. Um, like you said in the past, Stephen, this team has always been in the playoffs. Like not recently they haven't been consistent on making the playoffs, but they used to be always somewhat in the hunt of being competitive. And I think that Aaron Glenn, he's gonna bring that. He's gonna bring that to this team. Now, am I saying that the Jets are gonna be a Super Bowl team right away? No, I'm not saying that. But you're bringing in a guy that is coming from a winning, somewhat of a winning environment. Now, although the Detroit Lions they came up short this season. Listen, you gotta take your hats off to Detroit with the consistency that they've been coming up with the last couple of seasons or whatnot. So I don't really fault like Dan Campbell and everybody that's on Detroit or whatnot. They have a winning environment. I mean, look, they just fell short. You know, They fell short in the divisional. It happens. Now, I did choose the Lions to go to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And I said the only team that could beat them was the Washington Redskins. You go back, you go listen to me. I said that. You know what I'm saying? And I was right. And I said pretty much whoever beats the Lions, they have a shot at winning it. And I do feel that the Washington Commanders have a shot at winning pretty much the whole thing. But to get back on this situation right here, I think that this is a good move. Aaron Glenn's gonna come in there, man, and he's played in the league. He's been in locker rooms. Like I said, he was a defensive coordinator over there in Detroit. He's coming from that competitive environment, and Jets fans, man, I know they're looking for you know that, I guess you could say that you know what I'm saying, that they don't have any motivation. They don't seem like they have any motivation. They don't seem like amped up to play and all that. You know what I'm saying? And that's indicative of Aaron Rodgers' personality. Aaron Rodgers, man, every time he steps to the podium, man, he looks so depressed. He looks worn down. He looks like he really doesn't want to do this no more. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if you talk to a Lamar Jackson, or if you talk to a Jaden Daniel, or if you talk to a Pat Mahomes, or even if you talk to a Josh Allen, those guys look like they have a winning spirit. Like, these guys can still get it done. And I think that Aaron Glenn is gonna restore that motivation in the Jets locker room. You know what I'm saying? Now, am I saying that it's gonna be a overnight thing? No. Am I saying that they're gonna be a Super Bowl contender right off the bat? No. But the first target, and this is what Damian Woody said. I think he said that. I'm not sure. I think it was Damian Woody that said this on on the NFL show, man. I think it was Get Up. He said it. It was one of, I forget which show it was, but I know Damian Woody had said this. He said the first call to action that they need to do when getting a guy like Aaron Glenn is to figure out what to be done with Aaron Rodgers, and you got to get rid of Aaron Rodgers, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, you gotta have a quarterback, man, that he's gonna actually grow with. Aaron Rodgers is set in his ways. He doesn't have it anymore. This guy makes I don't know, man. He's Aaron Rodgers, man. He's ran his course, man. He's ran his course with football, man. And what I mean, honestly, you're not gonna win with the Jets. What makes you think that you're gonna win with the Jets? You're not gonna win with the Jets. There's no listen. The fans, they're tired of it. They're fed up with it, and they want somebody fresh, new. Now, me myself personally, I would get somebody in there. You got Trey Lance out there. You got all these other quarterbacks out there. You got what's it called? Oh boy from Carolina. I always forget his name, man. You got you. You said that wasn't a good move. The Lions had one of the worst defenses in the league over the past couple of years. That's cap. That's cap. Salute to you, Hashi. I'm gonna need you to go do some research again. Actually, the Lions was known for their defense. That's what the Lions have been known for. They were known for their defense. That's what one of the things that really honestly kept them um, afloat a lot of times in these games was their defense. It was their secondary. So they didn't have a bad defense. Now you could have said that. I would say if you would have said that maybe about 3, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever, in the Matt Stafford days and all that other stuff, then yeah, okay, you would have a point. But nah, that's not true. Over the past couple of seasons, the Lions have had an excellent defense. Yeah, exactly. So you got to go look that up again. How she now the Lions were horrible against the pass. They gave up 48, 45, 22. They were dead. They were dead last in points allowed. But see, that was 2 seasons. That was 3 seasons ago. That was 3 seasons ago, man, and that was when they were first starting. You got to realize they go look at their secondary and look at they had a bunch of young talent. They were 29th in total pass allowed this year. Okay, but that's only you looking at one thing. You got to look. I want you to go look up the top five defenses that were in the NFL this season. Okay, and you come and talk to me. You're looking at one specific thing. I know you're a numbers guy. I know you analytics. I know you all that and stuff. But when it all boils down to it, you got to look at the overall success rate of the Lions. The Lions were at the top of the NFC. Now they took a L and they lost against a Commanders team which nobody had gave them a shot. But we're not going to sit up here and act like nobody was taking the Lions seriously. And on top of that, they were putting more points up on the board too. So you keep sitting up here saying that they were horrible, they were horrible, they were horrible. If they were that horrible, they wouldn't have been in the playoffs. You know, and then you're saying that this was a bad move and everything. No, it's not. It's not a bad move. It's not a bad move. A bad move would have been you getting somebody like a Mike McCarthy or something like that. You know what I'm saying? This guy is a defensive minded coach, and he's well aware of what's going on, and he played in the league too. You know, so we're gonna talk more about this a little bit later in total yards allowed. No, I'm no, but that's not that. We're not talking about. Okay, hold on one second. No 20. Now, if you're talking about yardage and points allowed, um, and all that. No, I'm talking about overall defense. Overall defense. They were ranked fifth in the NFL. They were in the top five, man. You know what I'm saying? So they weren't no slouch on defense. They've always been a good defensive team, but we're gonna talk about that later. Make sure y'all hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit the notifications too. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Shouts out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball, Boston community. Tell them, man, I'm gone.